This is English.
All right. So this isn't a full class. I'm only going to speak for about 5 or so minutes. Who has not received their English book? Is anyone's English book missing?
No?
Everyone has received it, okay? Thank you for your patience on this one. I'd like to discuss first a few of the common things that we saw that we need to improve upon. And then some of you, I wrote, please come see me for consultation. But everyone is welcome to come talk to me, okay? So if you have questions about a mark that I put on your paper, and I put a lot of them because I wanted you to make sure that all of the grammar issues were addressed, okay? So I think some did very well, and some probably wish they did a little bit better, right? So wherever you are, we have time to improve, okay? And this is what it's all about. So I'd like you to also have a notebook open so you can write some of these tips, okay? Some of these hints I'm going to give you, okay? So what did I teach a lesson on during prep? That was a common issue.
Run-on sentences.
Run-on sentences, very good. Run-on sentences. That's where maybe an entire paragraph was one sentence, right? So you took several lines and you only used a period once, or you used a comma twice. But that's not how we talk in real life. When we talk in real life, we take pauses, right? And oftentimes, there can only be one subject that is doing the verb. So you'll talk on and on and on without using a period to the point where we don't always know what you're talking about, right? So especially when we're doing an article, something that's going to be published in print, that's where our grammar needs to be especially focused, okay? All right, so run-on sentences. That was one. And then this one is very easy because I think you're all very aware of when do we capitalize a letter. At the beginning of a sentence. You guys all know this. At the beginning of a sentence, we use a capital letter. And then also what type of nouns will require a capital letter? Someone said it, the names of people. Yeah, a proper noun. So Melindwa, the M in Melindwa always has to be, in a sense, always has to be capital, right? So that was a common thing, capitalization. And that's something where you don't want to lose points on that, right? The final thing, and this is a bigger idea, and I discussed this with the senior A stream, is what I'm going to call organization, okay? When we have a writing assignment, especially when it's functional writing, think of it like taking a trip on a boda or in a car. You need to have a route. You need to know where you're going, and you need to have a plan, okay? Yeah. Think of a soccer, or a football pitch, like this. When a team is trying to play, they usually have a plan. Okay, they want to pass the ball here, all right? And then another person's going to run up, and they're going to kick it, but they want to be on sides. There's a lot of rules you have to follow. You need to have strategy. You need to have a plan. The same thing applies when our writing is happening. The same thing applies to our writing, okay? And some of you didn't have a plan. And on that RACE, the race scoring system that you all know, right? Race. Do we know this one? You've seen that before, right?
Yes.
And what's it called? Race, right? On race, what does that C stand for? Coherence. Coherence. And when you don't have a plan, when you don't have a real direction in your writing, that coherence is going to be very low. So maybe some of you were very bad at concluding. Okay? So this is the structure that I need you all to write down. Okay? Every essay, every article and speech has to have a main idea. Okay? Sometimes this is called a thesis, but your main idea is the main point. In the case of Belinda, generally your main idea is that St. Joe's need to work hard to fight against bullying. Okay? They need to support bullying. Or not support bullying. They need to support people who were bullied. Okay? And if your essay doesn't have a main point, you're not going to know where you're going. It's going to be like not having a destination when you get into a car, okay? Or into the bus. So this is your organization. You have your main idea. All right? And that is found in your intro, your introduction. All right?
Yeah.
All right? In your main point, you generally want to introduce 3 things. And your main point is only one sentence. You can have your